Welcome to Good Home Training, where we have sharp takes and soft landings on Blackness, pop culture mess, and the state of everything. I'm Brittany.
And I'm Ashley.
Let's check in. Hello, Ashley.
Hello, Brittany.
I can't believe this is happening.
My gosh. I really feel like we climbed a mountain to get here.
Dead ass. We fought. Okay? I worked like a dog. Except not really, but you know.
We did. It took a lot of mental energy to do this.
A lot of mental energy. You know, it's kind of like the days of YouTube where I'm like, wow, y'all had to know how to do all of this to get this far.
Editing,
a mic.
the girls are making their own backdrop.
Tech. Yeah. And some of y'all on camera could never be me.
We'll never be us.
We'll never be
us.
Our words.
Goodness. But since you're here, welcome to Good Home Training.
Yes, this is our first episode.
We're so excited.
We're glad you're listening. We're glad to have you.
Cannot wait.
And
you will not see us.
You're like, I just want to be
You
clear.
will not see it. Maybe we start with some ground rules. You will not see us.
You will not see us.
This will be
That's the first
an audio
rule.
documentary, an audio-only medium. We do not have a plan to go to video.
No, and that's the way podcasting was meant to be. I don't know why we have studios.
We don't listen with our eyes.
We don't. And we need to be doing more listening. See, we're too busy looking at stuff, looking at them phones.
Always in them phones.
Always in the phones. That's why you're not listening. You're not reading. You're not opening your third eye. Okay.
Come on with the testimony. So every episode will have different topics, different segments, if you will. That's a professional word in this industry, of which we are now a part of. Our first segment will be our testimony. We're going to just do a nice little check-in, see how we're doing. We love a praise report. Would you like to get started?
I can. The only one, I'm not going to say that things are bad right now, but what I will say is Mercury's in the micro braids and I'm feeling it. I just watched a video that told me to stop blaming Mercury retrograde on everything, but I'm going to act like I didn't see that. You know the meme where DW's like, that sign doesn't mean anything because I can't read. Bitch, I can't read. It's Mercury retrograde and it's kicking my ass. But I have a working mic, and shout out to my little brother for making that happen. Gregory, I love you.
We love our siblings. Oh my gosh.
That's really my testimony. We're here. We fought through Chicago traffic.
Yes.
Thank you for picking me up, Ashley.
Of course, anytime.
I mean, it was raggedy, but we're here. We're here. So
we're making it work.
We're what about you?
My testimony is, you know what? I still have a few weeks of summer, and that I am trying my best to cherish it. I guess a little bit about us. I am an educator, which means that I technically have the summers off, and everyone thinks that's so nice, but it just upends everything about your day-to-day structure for like 2 months. And it's a blessing. It's awesome to have, but it can kind of be a lot. So it's been hard to like really settle into that and enjoy it. And,
I see that.
You know,
I could see that being the case. Yeah.
But I'm having a lot of gratitude about it. I'm feeling good.
It's been a nice summer too. Hopefully you felt that way.
I have. Been a lot of time here in Chicago, like learning different areas of the city and finding different free events and just kind of being a Chicagoan.
Summertime Shy is the best. Yes, we're based in Chicago. I guess we should say that. 2 Black girls based in Chicago. Both from Indiana. I always forget that. I ride hard for Indiana. Ashley, I feel like you're like, it's okay.
I mean, you know.
Like, it's fine. It's there.
I'm a region rat.
Yeah. There you are from the region. You're a little more like Chicagoan.
We aspire to be Chicagoans. You know?
Yes.
But, you know, I love my roots.
Well, yeah, me too. We met in college, girl. The University of Missouri. Columbia, Missouri, shout out. Listen, I fondly loved my college years. Like, I feel like we're, I don't know, at least 10 years removed from God. Jesus.
Don't say that so loud. Don't say that so loudly. Damn.
We're a few years removed from college. And like, sometimes I feel like by now you're kind of like, if I could have done it differently, I would have done this or I would have gone here. I don't feel that way. Like, Mizzou gave me the community that I have still to this day. Like, I don't know, making friends as an adult is hard. Like, I moved a lot post-grad, so it feels good to be. Chicago, I think, is the longest place. I've been here 4.5 years. I know, that's crazy.
Nice.
And so I just, like, have a lot of gratitude for what Mizzou taught me and what they didn't teach me.
That's so real.
So thanks, Mizzou.
That's real.
But yeah, we met in college, worked in the same building.
Yes, we did in the same office. We worked in the same office.
That's crazy. Helping children get their lives together.
Helping the university retain all the
Retain
children.
the melanin.
Melanin.
You're welcome,
We
Mizzou.
loved
I don't know how much of that you got
We
now,
loved
but
it. I agree with you too. I look back and I think there were parts of that college experience that I was a little like lost, but everyone is supposed to be lost. You're supposed to figure some things out. And I don't know that I would have gotten all of the experience that I wanted somewhere else either. And I learned a lot about community, even if I didn't immediately fall into a community that felt like my own. But I don't know. I learned a lot about how to navigate through the world, especially as a young Black queer person.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you have to kind of figure things out. And it's as much as I love an HBCU and I feel like those experiences are super rich, I don't know that I would have done very well there. And I'm sure we'll get into this in later episodes,
oh my God, yes.
But I just don't know if I would have fit in the way I anticipated to fit in. So
yeah.
I'm glad and I have a lot of gratitude for what I did experience at Mizzou, and I didn't always fit in there.
No, me either. Yeah.
And it gives you kind of a taste of what the rest of the world is like.
Yes. It did prepare me to like just have to be around different people in a way that I never anticipated.
And then we went around the world and we found our way back here to Chicago, reconnected again as friends, and put our brains together to put this podcast together.
This is crazy. This is like years in the making. I don't know if we've talked about this for years, but I feel like I always felt people were like, you should have a podcast. Like I always feel like I was meant to be on a mic. I did KCOU in college. I had a radio show and that was my favorite thing. I had a terrible time slot, but it was my favorite thing like in the world that I did, I think, in college. So
but you crushed that.
To be back, yeah.
I bet you
to be back is nice.
I just love attention. So I love a little bit of attention. And I was like, I don't know. I like talking to people. People love to talk at me.
So people should listen to me.
You know, like I have hot takes on things.
And do.
And we get along so well. And I was like, we have a lot of the same interests. So let's try this out. So
yes.
Some of those interests, should we get into where?
Get in the next topic.
Yeah, what's our next topic?
So our next segment, you said some of our interests. My only interest in life. So this next segment is called Grown Folks Business. So think of it as like hot topics, current events, what's happening, what's popping. And the first thing we absolutely have to talk about, especially since we're in the last week, I think, for it.
I think the last few days.
Oh my God. Is the Cowboy Carter tour. Yeah, Beyonce's second tour for Act 2.
What we think will be Act 3, but some people are speculating Act 4.
Bitch, Beyonce's not listening to this. There's no way, but girl, if there are 4 albums, I'm deceased.
We never know. Well, but Act 4 might not be, she might not be the 4. Let's get into it. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm getting ahead.
No, it's okay.
I'm so excited.
So we both went to the Cowboy Carter tour this summer.
Yes.
It was
everything and more.
It was everything and more. Beyonce is one of one. Like she says it herself, one of one, the only one. Don't even try to compete with her. Like it's at this point, I won't even debate people because it's like you just hate her because like you think it's the cool thing to do.
Yeah, it's a litmus
everyone
test,
likes
really.
her. Yeah, it is. It's kind of like who did you vote for? Like it's same kind of question, to be honest. Because she just gave us a show.
Oh my God, the production,
the visuals, the outfits, the storytelling. Like, where else are you going to a concert and like learning about Americana and specifically Black Americana? Like, it's not that Renaissance wasn't personal to her, because it was personal to her, but like she's not a part. I think we've talked about this before. Like, she's not a part of the queer community. Like, so she was very much her interpretation on what she saw growing up or what she's been around since whatever. Whereas like when you have, and I don't know where your family hails from, but like when you have roots from the South and your family hails from the South, she grew up in Texas, she grew up in the South, that's a lot more personal. And I think we saw that throughout the show. And I think especially the visuals and even seeing like her children be a part of it, who are, you know, like LA coded at this point. It's not like they're growing up in Texas, and having them be connected to their roots is just like incredible to witness. and her own way too. And then of course the fact that she won album of the year for it just is like a cherry on top because it's just like genre bending indeed.
Yes. And it's so deserved. I mean, there's not
So deserved.
just one. I think that it got a lot of pushback. I know it got a lot of pushback because it doesn't feel like pure knee slapping, like Americana type of country.
Right.
But I think that it still is that. So much of the album harkens back to like the bluegrass, oh my gosh, what is the name of it? Not like steel, whatever. It'll come to me at some other point, but it harkens back to other types and styles of country because country itself is an umbrella now.
Right.
It's
like, not just one thing.
Yeah, it's not just one thing. Like there are many different types of country artists, and she tied a lot of that in, and it's a lot of like the early days of country, the modern, and then Beyonce's twist on country.
Right.
The acts within that one album.
Yes, while also paying homage to like the women who like paved the way for her, while also paying homage to like some of the like I guess white greats for lack of a better phrasing in country, like almost getting a cosign from them. And using someone like a Post Malone and a Miley Cyrus who have been able as white artists to genre bend without this like huge narrative of like who do they think they are, like that kind of fu, and then also putting on, you know, the 4 Black women on Blackbird, Shabuzi, like
Linda Martell.
I just a history lesson within an incredible album. And then the tour itself,
the imagery on the tour. Can we kind of get into it for a second?
Get into it.
Because there was a moment when she starts singing the national anthem and the screen is red and I was like, oh shit, I guess she is a billionaire. Am I like, what is happening, right?
Yes. Why are we doing this?
What's going on? Like, I trust you.
I didn't wait 2 hours in the rain for this.
But no, and we survived. Chicago Night once survived. Okay,
survivors.
I was in a twister. Yes, that storm said, "You better lay low," because they were trying to take us out and flood us from Soldier Field. But we were like, "What is going on?" And then the way that she sang it, and the version that she sang, that paid homage to Jimi Hendrix's version from I think Woodstock, that was supposed to sound like bombs and sirens. And be a protest to the Vietnam War.
Oh wow!
Beyonce. When she does that, like for the ram, and like it's like it sounds like a siren, and someone was like, "This sounds demonic."
A little bit. Oh, girl.
It's fine, but like that. He did that. So she's singing what was his guitar riff. And he did that to sound, like I said, like the sirens that were happening and the bombs that were being dropped, which is like, you have to dig for things like that.
Right.
And an artist of her magnitude doing that, there were supercuts of her dressed as like Prince, as Little Richard, as other amazing artists, Chuck Berry, other amazing artists. Also maybe hinting at Act 3.
Hopefully hinting at Act 3. Give us the album.
Oh my God, give us the album. Give us rock. Give us Black
Let's rock, please.
It was just incredible. It was incredible. And luckily that we got a night where the car was working. Okay?
Yes, thankfully. You know, she didn't fall or tip or not. No tipping on 4s over here, child.
That was terrifying.
You know what? I'm sorry, this is a sidebar. All these bitches over there be like, we got you, Beyonce. You motherfuckers got your phones up in the air talking about we got you. Y'all go watch her father her death. Y'all don't got shit. Y'all did not have my girl's back. You should be ashamed of yourselves. It's like I'm really like, get away from me. You lucky I don't stop the show right now. Right? You lucky she came back out and sang again. Like oh my God. But even like, yes, the singing of the national anthem and then going into Freedom, her own song, I'm like, oh, okay, this is still a Beyonce show. I was like, oh, what are we trying to prove, Beyonce? And then I'm like, oh, no, this is simply a history lesson. And even hearing that about Jimi Hendrix, like, I didn't know that. Like, oh yeah, that makes sense. That tracks for Beyonce, that tracks for just all of it. That's great. It's great. And I feel like I saw that the Cowboy Carter tour, like the recording has a home on streaming. So I want to say I saw HBO Max, but Renaissance doesn't, which is that now I want to know what's going on there with the negotiations. Netflix, what did you do to fuck it up?
Give her shit.
Give us,
honestly.
give us our shit.
Give us.
Run her money and give us what we need.
Yeah, because I can't run her no more. Money.
Yeah, I can't. I
can't.
literally
I
can't.
can't.
So please put it
I
somewhere.
cannot.
Thank you.
There are people on TikTok, I don't know if you've seen, there are people on TikTok who are like, this is how you can start saving for the next concert.
Please leave me alone.
It's like a link
Please
to
fuck
like,
off.
this is a high yield savings account. And yes, I did look into it.
I feel like I did look into
I did look into it.
high yield savings. I have a high yield savings. I highly recommend. But like, girl, yeah, I was able to buy Beyonce tickets this time because I was saving for Act 1. And then Act 2, it was like the tickets came in the middle of us, like, we're about to go on our damn honeymoon, child. And I was like, oh, I didn't use all my points for the honeymoon. So I used my points to pay for my ticket. Thank God. Yeah.
Wow.
I know.
Wow.
Thanks, Chase, Sapphire Reserve.
Wow. Sponsor us.
Sponsor us.
Oh my God. Before Act 3, please.
Yes, quickly. Take us to the show. We're manifesting.
We are manifesting.
We just spoke that into existence.
We're manifesting.
Child.
Parkwood can call us anytime.
Anytime. You have our numbers.
Anytime.
You probably don't,
My
but it's fine.
goodness. Do you have a favorite part from the show?
Oh, man. I mean, Protector, I always knew was going to get me. And so I just love that in general, like seeing Beyonce. This is going to be a little deep for a hot second. But like when I first listened to the album and I heard Protector, I was like, oh, this is a song that like, my mom is not a singer, but I was like, this is a song my mom would never make me. Like she would never feel that way to like want to write a song like that. And so the overwhelm of hearing Beyonce want to write something like that, and then remembering like when she wrote like Blue on self-titled, I'm not remember Heaven, like Heaven Couldn't Wait for You when she lost her child. So like hearing those, it's like I heard those songs too. And then this Protector song, like I was born so that you could be born, so that you could do whatever. The greatest artist of our time making a song that's like, I'm actually just here to serve you, Blue, you, Rumi, you, sir.
Wow.
Hit me hard. I was like, this is incredible. And so then to see her perform it with her daughters, I'm like, it was a moment for me. It was a beautiful I loved it. I loved it. So it's the only song I think I record. I'm not like a huge like keep your phone up the entire time of a concert person. My battery's also not like built for that. That's always on. It's probably literally dead right now. But that was the only song I recorded from start to finish. I was just like, I have to have this for life, like my own version, you know. So that was probably my favorite part.
I love that. Oh my God, that was so beautiful and so vulnerable to hear you talk about that. Thank you so much for sharing that. Yes,
you're welcome. What
about
you?
I got goosebumps from listening to you speak about that. My favorite part is not as sentimental, but kind of similar. It's kind of like two parts. So Protector also got me. The first time I heard it, I cried. I was like, I'm never doing this again. So I have not listened to it. I didn't listen to it again until we saw it live. And I wept again just because it is so powerful. My favorite, like, fun part is Sweet Honey Buckin' that goes into Pure Honey, that goes into Summer Renaissance. Mm-hmm. Oh my God.
The way she mixes her own songs. Imagine mixing your own songs like that. They literally sound better. Yes. You make your own. How?
It's so good.
That's insane behavior.
It just got me up to a certain point, and then you know that like the Buckin' choreography is gonna come and everyone's ready, and then she's like, no, wait, here's another song. It was so good. So much fun. Oh my
God, Beyonce. Yes, that was great. I also liked like it was like something with the saloon and she was under the hair dryers or whatever. And it was like a few, like, I don't know if there was like bills, like a little chord of bills in there. Yes. I was like, so some of those like small, like quick chord callbacks to her like early days, I felt like, oh, this is for the A1 Day 1 fans. Like, I love this for me. I don't even know if I can say myself an A1 Day 1, but I've always liked Beyonce. I've always liked Destiny's Child. But it was self-titled where I was like, oh, okay, you're that girl.
Yeah, me too.
You're that girl. You're that girl.
And as she said, she was like, I'm just going to affirm that for you. I am that girl.
And Beyonce, I'm sorry I ever doubted you.
I don't know what I was thinking.
Sorry, I was wrong.
It's also really beautiful to experience this and to be at this stage in our lives where we have the money, the access, the privilege to even experience a tour of this magnitude and to like bring people along with it, right? So like it's honestly like an honor to get to experience this with you, like another Black woman. Like so I actually went twice. I was very, very lucky to go twice. And the first night I think we were there together on the first night, right? And then
Yep.
I went with two other friends, and my husband came. And then the second night, I went on Sunday. It's with another group of friends, but my mom was there and my sister.
Yes.
Just,
Oh my God.
you know,
Uh,
got a little emotional with Protector and love seeing Blue. And I just love seeing like my mom have a good time. No, I mean, my mom's come from a tough upbringing, and life hasn't always been easy to her. So it's amazing to share those experiences. And it's
yes.
like, it's Beyonce.
It's
Like, so,
Beyonce.
it's just so
Like,
effing cool.
so special to like experience
God.
with with like your lineage in that way.
Yeah. Like, I feel really privileged to.
I went to Renaissance with my sister. I went to Renaissance twice. Couldn't shake Cowboy Carter twice, but going with my sister in Chicago was like very similar feeling. I was just like this, and just like this very like, I don't know. And it was like her first time seeing Beyonce. She's also a musician. So like her first time like seeing at that caliber, like what her music training could do, like even as an audio engineer, which is what she is, but like that I feel like she talks about it to this day, like it sparked something in her, like, oh, I can do this shit too.
Yeah.
And like it's just a great feeling. Just like a Black girl loving on Black girls all together. Like we love to see it.
Speaking of creativity and people who are being inspired, the Beehive is coming to town with these looks. These outfits are going fucking crazy.
Who are you
Like,
all?
everyone is so creative.
I saw a girl that like painted a 2-piece. Like she like got like Levi, like a old Levi jacket, old Levi jeans, cut it into shorts and like a vest kind of thing. And she was like, I've never painted before, and like decided to paint like Beyonce, like Cowboy Carter Beyonce, and also Renaissance. And I'm like, what do you mean you've never painted before? What are you talking about? I've never dyed clothing before. Dyed it, painted it. She looks great.
That's insane. That's
Who are you?
It's like the spirit just channels
The
through.
spirit of Beyonce, literally, like her being in her aura, it rubs off on all of us for years until we get to see her again. Like it's just.
I saw a woman who she had like braids down to her butt, and they were the bang sign, like the beads on her braids.
Oh my God.
It was so amazing. People are out here doing
I love that.
the most in the absolute best way.
Yes, I love it.
I wish for Act 3, I think it'd be really cool, and she probably won't, but I think it'd be really cool if she like tapped people who are really truly like making these outfits to like make some costumes. Or like,
I know, I would love to see that.
And she never will, but it's okay.
Yeah, she never will.
Okay, we get it. It has,
Beyonce, if you're looking for it. I feel like the Met or someone will eventually do some sort of, the same way they did like the Jay-Z retrospective or whatever. I don't think that was at the Met, Chad. That was at somewhere else. The Brooklyn Museum, perhaps. Here I go lying. Someone's gonna correct me. It's fine. Yeah, we're not. Yeah, that's the caveat. But I do feel like when she gets her thing like that, hopefully some fan outfits will be part of that. Like even like I was listening to I from Indianapolis drove home last weekend, and I was listening to Homecoming on the way because it's like the entire album basically gets you home because it gets me home. And there's a portion right that I know, right? I didn't think about it like that. And then there's a portion where she's singing "Me, Myself, and I," and she calls out someone who's like, she's like, "Oh, I see you. How did you do that so fast? You're in my outfit." And I love how that is like. And the thing is, I know exactly who she's talking about, but I love how that is forever enshrined on that damn album. Like it is Apple Music, Spotify. You can't get rid of it. I love that. And it's like the ones who watch the Coachella performances, the ones who remember, like they know, like, yeah, that they were dressed exactly like her, like in a week. And that's also, again, Black people, like our minds, our quickness, like the creativity, the commitment. We don't really do nothing half-assed, so I guess it shouldn't surprise me, but like.
Some of us do. I kind of, but it's.
Well, yes, this is true.
But yeah, half-assed.
Yeah.
But no, I completely agree with you. Like I don't know. When we do it big.
We do it big and we do it well.
It's dope. It's so dope. Oh my gosh. I feel like we should have a quick sidebar, a little bit more about who we are. I am not a journalist. Brittany was trained in journalism.
Yeah. Yes, I was. I went to school for journalism, ended up with a mass comm degree. It's fine. I bounced around a lot to newsrooms, ad agencies. brand side, like embedded on comms teams. And eventually last year, I quit my full time job at a nonprofit. I was burnt out as fuck. Quit my job and like took maybe like 3 months off and then joined, not even joined, restarted my family's consulting company. And so now I run that with my father. That's great. Yes, come on, boomerang. But I've been freelancing and like marketing communications like since I graduated college. Me and a friend were just talking. He was visiting a few weeks ago, and it's like to be in like the creative marcom space is to like no layoffs, unfortunately, very well. So it's like I've been laid off 2 or 3 times. I lost a client today, y'all.
Okay, we're manifesting so many more.
Yeah, so many more. But it's like it's kind of part of it. And so I think in a way it's like, I don't dream of labor. I don't have a dream job. If I had a dream job, I suppose it's what I'm doing. It's honestly talking on this damn mic, but like talking on this damn mic or like writing. But I've been a writer all my life is the point. And I bring my journalistic prowess to this space and all the other work that I do. But yeah, no longer a journalist. Yes. Yeah, she a tiger, bitch.
Yes. I love that. I'm also not a journalist. I went to Mizzou for journalism. I did not get into the intro classes, and I took that as a sign from somebody's God, and was like, you know what, you're right. And
that's not for me. You're
right. I'm more of a happy, bubbly person, so I'm gonna go do hospitality. That's what I did.
Makes a lot of sense.
And then I found my way into being in education. I'm almost afraid to say I'm a high school counselor.
God bless you.
If any of thank you.
Honestly.
Thank you so much. If any of my students are listening, turn it off right now. I don't want to talk to you right now. Go
right now.
Watch Bluey or something.
No, not Bluey. She said go watch
Go do something else. You need to go read. I'm sure that you have homework to do. Get off my internet. My corner of the internet.
Get out.
Get out.
Know something.
Get out. I love my job, and I love being able to do this too, because we have so many things to talk about, especially in like grown folks business and some of our other segments that we're going to dig into. It's so much great stuff is just coming down the pipeline. Do we have other grown folks business that we want to mention?
We do, girl. We got 2 other things. Okay, so y'all, we got to talk about the Diddy trial decision, which came down last week?
I believe so.
Or maybe 2 weeks ago at this point. I don't know. But so for those of you that don't know,
which I don't know how you wouldn't know.
Yeah. I know that's how I'm trying not to like say that.
But she ain't gonna judge, but I would.
Yes. Diddy was in court for a good portion of the summer for sex trafficking, racketeering, transportation to engage in prostitution, fraud, coercion, all of these things. All really terrible, clearly illegal things. Cassie, the famous singer that he was once connected with romantically, and another woman who has remained unnamed, Jane Doe, were part of witnesses or like took the witness stand. A bunch of other people like speaking against him, not for him, obviously. Testified against him. And unfortunately, the decision came down. He is guilty on 2 counts, but he is not guilty on, I guess, the more pressing ones. So racketeering, conspiracy, not guilty. Sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion, he was not guilty. And, I guess that was it. And then he was guilty on transportation to engage in prostitution, which I have questions. I'm not a lawyer, but it's like, if you're not guilty for sex trafficking, but you're guilty for transportation to engage in prostitution, like, I'm just wondering what the difference is.
I also wonder what the difference is there. I think it's, and maybe somebody can chime in on this at some point, but I think it's more so that he is guilty. He's guilty for basically like calling the Uber on the situation, but not to make light of it by any means, but he's not actually like forcing or having people engage in the act of sex trafficking, but he's like arranging it.
Fair, I suppose, yeah.
It's like
he's like the kingpin, so to speak, of it all, I guess.
Which I think everyone, myself included, anticipated that he would be found guilty for this act. sex trafficking.
Yeah.
Especially based on Cassie's testimony or her testimony and
Testimony, the text, like from both her and the Jane Doe, like, but I guess it's, well, what shocked me is that his team argued, at least at one point, like, sure, he might have like emotionally abused these women. There might have been domestic violence. Like, that might be an issue, but this isn't a domestic violence case. And like, yeah, that's true. I mean, none of these counts were for domestic violence, but I'm like, so like, that's technically true. It always blows my mind, like the technicalities of law and order, so to speak. So yeah, that's technically true, but I'm like, that's wild to have these women testify in the way that they did, have their whole lives on display the way that they were, and then like you as a lawyer get up there and are like, I mean, yeah, he might have done that shit, but like that's just finger quotes domestic violence.
And that's not what we're here for.
It's not the win we think it is.
Right. It's like what, and I think too, this whole case, where we are right now in the case, tells me or reminds me how important it is to have the court of law and the court of public opinion. Because I think in the court of public opinion, we were all like, of course he's sex trafficking people.
Right.
Of course he's doing bad things. He had all those baby
all
oil.
the freak offs, baby oils.
Leaders.
And all these people are.
Yeah. And then there's all these rumors about what happened with Usher and Justin Bieber and all this
and Kid Cudi even. I forgot about that.
So there are those things, but I think unfortunately we do have to remind ourselves that we don't, I don't know, in the court of law, you have to have facts and evidence.
Yeah. And a lot of
it, because they're going to rip everybody to shreds. And it's really, honestly, it's really unfortunate because I do think that he should face some sort of penalty for the way that he treated people.
Right. I mean, ruin these people's lives forever.
The trauma.
They're never going to get out. They're in therapy for life.
Yeah. I mean, and luckily, I mean, Cassie Ventura seems to have an extremely supportive husband, a very fine husband, by the way. Sorry.
He is fine. That's not the point, but yeah,
I know, it's
he
not
is.
I know. I'm wild. But you know, it helps, and I'm happy for her to have that. But also, yeah, she still had to come forward and say these incredibly atrocious things that happened to her. The videos of things are still going around, and it does in some way seem like he's not being made to atone for any of that.
None of it. I mean, I guess we should say that he faces up to 20 years in prison for the 2 counts he was convicted of, which I don't know how old this man is. He's got to be like my parents' age, right? Like 60.
I think he's like
maybe 50s. Oh, he's 55 years old. So 75 years. I don't know when the date is of like his sentencing date is. But you know, he could still spend the last quarter of his life in jail, which I guess I find some reprieve in somehow. Beyond the disappointing verdict, the other thing that has been disappointing to me and my homegirls is the online discourse. I think particularly from men, particularly from Black men, about this kind of like, Cassie wanted it, like
she
could have always left, like he was funding her lifestyle, the least she could have done was fall in line. And it's like, that's a wild take to have. That's a wild take to have.
She can fall in line.
Fall in line?
Where are people saying, who said that?
Girl, people that are unfortunately related to me. So that's I will. Bozos is what it's giving. It's giving bozo behavior. It
is a little, that is a little bozolicious.
I mean, Diddy will never see your support, and Cassie will never see your hate, but the people who will are the people who are maybe also trying to flee domestic violence situations, maybe people who've also been maybe not explicitly sex trafficked, but used, coerced, forced to do things they didn't want to do. And so, you know, you've just marked yourself as an unsafe person, which I suppose is good. Now they know never to trust you. But it is, every time there's a case like this, I'm not going to say that there weren't conversations like this with like Harvey Weinstein or like even like Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. But I do feel like when it's like a Bill Cosby, or I don't know why I'm forgetting the other man. R. Kelly. I was like this. I'm like, he's literally from Chicago. There's for some reason this, even Chris Brown, child. There is that day is coming. Like, but there's always this like need to like defend them. And it's like it's kind of like the devil doesn't need any more advocates.
Yeah, say it.
Like I don't know why. I don't know what we get out of. I think having discourse about it is good, like what we're doing on the pod and even like around a dinner table or whatever with your family and friends. I think it's great to talk about it. I think it's okay to have like differing opinions even, but it's just the like intentional like putting down of women who have been deeply harmed by this behavior. It's like the weird championing of these like rich men, even if they're black. I get it. Like, yeah, you don't want to like tear a black man down or whatever, but it's just like you gotta be responsible for your actions. I suppose like actions have consequences. Maybe that's what I'm trying to say. And so,
I think there's this. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
no, it's
There's this like conspiratorial thinking that people fall into sometimes,
Mm.
especially when it is a famous black man,
yes,
or really just any famous person of color. But I especially see it with famous black men. This whole like we don't want to see them. They're just trying to tear a black man down, or they're just saying that because they don't because of the level of fame and success that he had. And I think about that a lot with that came up a lot during Bill Cosby's trial. Well, he think about his legacy and what he did for a generation of viewers. And yeah, okay, that was the image that he portrayed,
right.
separate from what
He was literally harming women,
exactly,
dozens of women.
exactly. And I think that it's, I think that people they have so much emotional and sentimental connection to some of the art that these people do.
Yes, yep.
And maybe it helped them survive their own trauma, or maybe it just helped them with a little bit of escapism when they needed that in their own lives. And so to now be confronted with the person who made that is a harmful and or dangerous person, it's very hard for people to
like separate, yeah,
and separate
sit
that.
with it.
Yeah, I remember getting in a fight and a verbal argument. I don't fight anymore. I wasn't I remember getting in a verbal argument at one of my old jobs when R. Kelly was on trial. He was like, "Well, you should be able to separate," because of course it was he. Of course it was a man.
Of course it was he. Men just they don't have much, but they have audacity. So.
Speak
Correct.
on it. And maybe perhaps this is black folks' business. Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself, but it was, why can't you separate the art from the artist? Well, if he is on trial for sleeping with children, and all of his
children.
Children, prepubescent children.
Yeah, that's weird.
Very,
to say the least.
Not weirdo behavior. And the art is about sex. How can I separate that?
Right.
He's not singing about frogs. He's not singing about the bayou. He's singing about lovemaking.
Yes.
And he's on trial. But I think people want, because they're connected to his music, they want to step in the name of love at every cookout. It's just that type of thought process that I see. But I don't know, with Diddy's whole trial, this whole decision, I just hope that people can be a little bit more reflective. Because like you said, it is important for the people around you. You have to be mindful for the people around you. Do you want other people to see you as a safe person or not?
It's just a good point. Yeah. So we'll see. I was trying to look up really quick, like, oh, when's his sentencing date? I don't know, but I do know he was denied bail, and that's fine for me. That's fine for me.
Decline.
It is what it is. It's how I feel. But
that's okay, because you don't really need bail. I also, our big cousins at the Reed, they don't know us, but I want them to at some point. Yes, yet. They don't know us yet. Our big cousins at the Reed said that he's going to be in rehab.
You know what? Let me
just leave that alone. I'm gonna just leave that alone.
Good for him. Good job.
Yeah, good for you.
Good job.
And maybe a day late, $1 short, but okay.
Yeah, now you're in rehab for what? You know what? Okay.
What company?
Right. I don't get it.
Speaking of what company,
oh girl.
Sometimes you just want to hang out with your friends at work, and sometimes you just want to cuddle up to that hottie with a body and a bleach.
Even though you're married.
At the Coldplay concert.
The Coldplay concert in Boston.
In Boston. I'm so
Just
sorry. This whole thing just cracks me up because what are the
mess.
odds? I love
Mess.
I fucking love mess.
So the Astronomer CEO and the head of HR, also at Astronomer, so coworkers on the executive level, were exposed at a Coldplay concert, which is literally insane. I didn't know Coldplay was touring. Do they have new
Oh, they're like
music?
touring.
Oh, they are
They
touring.
are
Okay.
touring.
This, and here's the thing, I'm not gonna say I'm a huge Coldplay fan, but I like Coldplay. You know,
And apparently they're great. Those tickets are expensive. People are buying because I
damn. So they,
looked. My
wow.
husband is white.
I love how that's to be the explainer. My husband was white, so I had to see what Coldplay was talking about. They was talking about too much. What we is what
It
we find.
was. The color was not green for me for those tickets.
And
It was all
was
yellow. They said slow your roll. Ticketmaster said slow your roll. Anyway, as you were saying.
they were exposed, these people. So what is this man's name? Andy Byron and Kristen Cabot of Astronomer were exposed at a Coldplay concert. I guess they were doing like a kiss cam or something, like wave to the camera kind of thing. It's very popular at concerts, basketball games, whatever. And they get on camera and they immediately hide. Like they're hugging, they're together, they look happy, and then they immediately like want the man ducks down. Which, like, first of all, that's my red flag personally. You're not a protector. You don't need to be with her. You don't need to be with him, lady.
Say that.
I'm like, oh, that was his reaction, and then she stood up for a little bit, and then eventually covered her eyes, and the. I don't know if it was the lead singer who was speaking at the time, but he was like, well, they're either having an affair or really shy, and like that's a crazy way for your affair. What are the fucking odds?
I'm sorry. I just find it so fun. It's not funny. I feel really bad for their families, but like, what is going on? Like, what are the odds?
What are the
odds?
They're exposing that way. Like, it's looking.
Get it.
Like, it's like problematic. It's like iconic.
Honestly.
Wow, Chris Martin like added.
Mm-hmm. And didn't even know.
And now y'all are fucking mean. Like now the other like games are like doing the Coldplay
oh my God,
cam.
Yes. And you know what's so funny too is you knew they were in the wrong because they both had they just played it off. Honestly, had they have just kissed, nobody would have known. But they had that big old reaction, and she looked shocked. And for a second, I was like, "Oh, she's shocked to be on the camera." Because what are the odds?
Right.
No, y'all had no
it's
chill.
because you was doing something you weren't supposed to be doing.
No chill, and you could not play it off at all.
I just don't. Here's my thing. Obviously, I don't condone cheating, but it's like if you're gonna cheat, I just feel like you need to be a little smart about it. Like, and not on like they should have never been in the concert type shit, but it's like, okay, there are a lot of cameras here. Like, you agreed to be in a lot of like marketing materials when you step into most concert venues, most game venues, stadiums, whatever. So like, why wouldn't you have just a small plan for that? Because like you said, they could have kissed. Yeah, they put a hat on, girl. They could have kissed. They could have just been like, oh, really, really excited. And yeah, it would have been weird that they were standing so close to each other. But us as regular people who I've never heard of these people. I've never heard of Astronomer until last week or whatever. Like, we wouldn't have known anything. Like, their marriages still might have imploded, but now you don't have a job and your marriage is like now you have nothing. Like, and I don't know what type of prenups were maybe signed or not signed, but if there's any sort of like cheating cause, tell me that you watch Housewives without telling me. Like, that's the only reason I know about that. Like, but if there's any sort of cheating clause in either one of their marriages, because this Kristen Cabot woman is also married to a very rich man, like now you literally have nothing. And for what? You built all this shit for what? That's so stupid. It's stupid.
I think that my favorite part of this video is when they pan to the woman next to them and the look on her face. She's laughing like I'm laughing because I don't know what else to do.
Like what the
oh my God.
hell?
Alyssa Stoddard is her name. Shout out to you. If you ever want to come on the pod, please
know
do.
Her name, Alyssa Stoddard.
The internet found her. Because also, she just got promoted the week before by Christine.
Yes. Okay, so my theory with this is that, like, she probably, like, knows. Like, she walked in or so which means likely they were already messy about their shit. I hate them. Like, we love mess, but, like, I hate, again, don't condone cheating, but messy about it?
Yeah, don't be messy about it.
Like, I just don't, and we're some years removed from the Jeff Bezos, McKinsey, whatever, cheating scandal. But, like, I feel like they were also messy about their shit. And I'm just like, we don't have to know this. Like, we didn't have to know this if you weren't so messy, but unfortunately you were. And now, Alyssa, you part of it in a roundabout way. Like, you.
Honestly, the look on Alyssa's face told me that she probably walked into that boardroom, saw them a little too close, and was like, "Okay, I want to go to Coldplay."
Yeah,
and I hope that's what she did.
I want to go to Coldplay, and also, yeah, I want them. I want them seats, those corporate seats, and also, I haven't had a raise in 2 years. So what can we do about that? And they did exact. And you know what? Get your coin, Alyssa. Get your coin. I hope you don't lose your job.
Yeah, y'all better leave her alone because she didn't do nothing.
Honestly, she didn't do it. She's just a girl.
She didn't do anything.
She didn't
She
do
was just
anything.
there.
And like, just so this does bring up a question that I would like to ask you. I have strong opinions that I think are unpopular, so this is awkward. Should you get fired for cheating? Because at this point, Andy Byron has stepped down. I believe Kristen Cabot is still on like leave during an investigation type thing. I mean, I'm pretty sure Andy was one of the co-founders, so like he's gonna have if he's a smart businessman, he wrote, some sort of residual type of income, stocks, whatever the fuck. I don't think it's a public company, but he wrote something to make sure he's protected, to make sure even probably his family is protected. So he's probably fine. But Kristen is just finger quotes the head of HR, and I don't really know where else you can go with that sort of ethical violation within HR on your like report card, so to speak. But yeah, like, do you have thoughts? Should people get fired for cheating?
Oh, it's so funny to ask that. I have not cheated. No. But so as I mentioned, I worked in hospitality before being in education, and you would often see people, um, kind of sleeping with subordinates or just kind of mixing it up with people that they should not have been mixing it up with. And I don't necessarily think that one should be fired for cheating, but I think that an interpersonal or romantic relationship of that sort that can cause maybe not drama, because adults should be able to handle their own stuff, but if it's causing some sort of power imbalance, and I mean this isn't, a really hot take, I guess it's just an HR thing, but if it's causing a true power imbalance, and if it is causing an environment where you're asking other people to help you with your mess and help you sort your shit out, then I don't think that's the place for you. I think that's that boy.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. And I guess that is kind of the case here. Like that's where it lands. Where I land as well.
Yeah, what are your thoughts?
But like in most cases, like no. And I was trying to like look. I was like, are there other? In my mind, I feel like there are other cases of like someone cheating and them like losing their job or losing like, like stock options or whatever, like something being rescinded. And then just like a regular like this person cheated and it was public for some reason, and maybe they just started a new job and now they lose it because of it. I just feel like no, like maybe put them on like a PIP or something. And even that seems silly because like you put me on a PIP because I keep couldn't keep my dick out of someone. Like I guess I'm like, aren't there way worse things that you could do? And so that's kind of where I land. I mean, this is different. Also, both like head, like there is still a power imbalance because he's a CEO, he's a co-founder. Like she's just the head of HR, so it's not just, but like it's different. But like, especially when you talk lower level, like actually this did happen. I'm not gonna tell the business, but I was working at an ad agency, and this woman was dating someone else at a different ad agency, but this guy at the ad agency that we were at clearly liked her. And so anytime like they were in a fight or her and her boyfriend were in a fight or they were on the outs, like this man would swoop in. And eventually the swoop in was physical is the point. Yeah. And, we're like 22, 23. So no, like it was great. It was great. Mess. But like they were on different teams. They didn't have the same, they weren't on the same brands at all. Like one was a copywriter, one was an account manager. And so it's just like, it came out and it was like, she have to deal with stares and judgment for a few weeks? For sure. But like at the end of the day, like now they're happily married.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I did not expect that to
Yeah, girl, having 2 dogs in Boston. of all places. Oh my god! Don't go try to look, guys, because it's gonna be hard to figure it out. But yeah, I I literally just like yeah. So it was a happy ending, but it's just like they didn't get written up. They what I believe it was is like my because we had the same boss was like, listen, you need to report this to HR. This is how you need to do it. And so I guess they took those steps pretty seriously. I don't really know how the breakup went with her boyfriend because the boyfriend's not the one that worked at our agency. But like I just remember for like a week she was freaking out like I'm gonna lose my job. I've worked so hard for this. And I remember thinking like, why would she lose her job? I'm like, you shouldn't be doing that to your man, but also why would you lose your job? It didn't compute to me. It just didn't compute. And I guess I'm also saying this as like a black woman where I'm like, man, some people have done some egregious things to me in the workplace and haven't even gotten written up for it. And you firing people because they're having sex, consensual sex with each other. Like so that's where I land.
I agree with you. I think that it's really what happens in the shakedown of everything,
Yes.
right? What happens in the aftermath once people find out? Are you able to just kind of deal with the stares? Are you going to spark drama? Are you going to be able to deal with people not, looking at you all the same or talking about you? Or, are you going to start fights in the employee, like, locker room? I don't know. Like, I think it just depends on, um, I think it depends on how it all breaks down at the end of it. But no, I don't think that you should get fired for a consensual relationship. I do understand if it's like I don't know, like a Hobby Lobby, which I love to call Christ crafts. If they're like, oh, that goes against our moral code as a company. No, you can't be here. Like that
Right.
makes sense. But
Or like how BYU has their like weird, not weird, I'm sorry, their covenant or whatever it is. I don't think covenant's even the right word. The thing that they sign and say that they won't do, and then like basically if you do it, you like get
I think
kicked
it is
out.
a covenant.
Yeah, like you say you won't have premarital sex or whatever, and you do, and it's like
That's why they all be
sorry.
soaking.
So that's also why they be married so young. Because why are you 21 and married? I'm very against married in your 20s. I'm sure we'll talk about this like eventually, but I'm very against it. Um, so that's that mess,
That,
girl.
the fact that I just want to go on record saying that when I first read the headline, Astronomer CEO Andy Byron, I was like, oh wow, he works in space.
Yeah. Yes, me too. I'm like, what is this about? What do they
He's an
do?
astronomer. No,
Yeah.
I nope. Well, but
That's
now I
not what
know.
it was.
The interim CEO has said this has been great for business. Now we're a household name.
I
Get
know.
that
That probably
bag.
is
Get
crazy.
that
Like
bag.
I was in PR for 5 seconds because like I said, I've gone all over with marketing communications of it all. And they like the at least the PR folks that I was working with, they swear that there is no such thing as bad press. I wonder if this was when I was much younger, like 10, 12 years ago. I do wonder if with people get fired for like saying the N word now. So I do wonder if like or like tweets that like you tweeted when you're like in 2010. So I do wonder if that still sticks. But I'm glad it's good press for them. Good luck to that man and his what I am assuming is an impending divorce. This podcast is brought to you by our own wallets. But if any of these brands are listening and would want to sponsor us, you can reach out at goodhometrainingpod@gmail.com for the hookup. We just want to talk about a few brands that we are loving. So my first one is Loom. You guys have seen the cringy commercials with like the what is she? An OBGYN, like just being like really obnoxious and like kind of sweaty, like telling you need to buy this. And I'm like, girl, calm down. But I tried it. I think I got it free in like some sort of gift box, something. And I was like, oh wait, this kind of hit. And I kept buying it. And listen, I'm a sweater. It's summer. The world is on fire, literally and figuratively. So like, even though we're in Chicago where it's much cooler than other parts of the country. I just got back from Indiana, which is not even that far away, but I swear it was like 100 degrees hotter. Loom just gets me right. the body wash, the little like wipes in my bag, the deodorant, the all of it. I'll like highly recommend, especially for not even just if you're a sweaty person, but like especially for the sweaty gals and guys. Like just get it, get it.
Get it. Get it. And they have
Yeah.
different scents and different
They
consistencies
do.
too.
They
I
do. I
love
love a toasted coconut. I'm a toasted coconut girly. Also love anything kind of lavender and vanilla. So those are my go-tos. But even like if you're someone who doesn't like the like scented, like my husband is allergic to like any and every fragrance, so they have like a nice unscented version. I see they're doing a foray into like men's products. I think it's called like Mando or something. That literally sounds made up, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. But they're great is the point, and highly recommend.
Oh, yes.
Highly
I have
recommend.
a tiny little stick that I keep in one of my purses. You know, just because you never know.
You
Sometimes
never
it is hot.
know.
It is very hot and gets humid. And yeah, I love them. Love their processes.
Yes. My second one is K18. So I have been terrified to dye my hair. I have natural hair, cute little afro, and I have been terrified to dye my hair for since I've been natural for like, I don't know, it's probably like 15 years now or something. And I finally did it for my birthday this year. Shout out to Lakita in Indianapolis. And she was like, listen, you don't have to get all those different shampoos and things if you don't want to do that. Like, we know we're trying to ball in a budget. But you do need to get this K18 like hair mask. And so I did. And let me tell you, and here's the thing, I can actually say this now because I skipped a week of using it. And the difference in like my wash and goes was obvious. It's very obvious. I was like, oh, okay, we're even drier. Got it. Very, very dry is what it was giving. And I just have like highlights. Like it's not even like my whole head is dyed. So it just gets me right. It also makes my wash day faster because you don't use conditioner, you use the mask instead. Brush through it. It's great. I love it. It doesn't like you know how like it flakes up if you use like different products. None of those issues at all. It's just great.
And your hair always looks great.
Oh my gosh, thank you. It's a part of my personality, I like to say. So it's got to be on point.
18.
But yeah, K18, get you that mask, girl. Get you and a little goes a long way. Don't be heavy. Black people, I know how this is not necessarily just a black product. It's like a hair dye product, but listen,
Dime sized.
yes, an actual. It's expensive, guys. Dime sized, indeed. Okay.
Dime sized divas over here.
Yes, that's what it needs to be. Save your money. Okay, not too much.
K18 hair products. We love that. Reach out.
Mhm.
For my non-ad advertisement, I would like to spotlight COS RX, COS, like Snail RX, Advanced Snail 92 All-in-One Cream. So I am in my early to mid 30s, and I'm taking my skin very seriously. I always have taken my skin very seriously these days, especially with like anti-aging and just prevention. You know, I like to be on the sun. I like to be outside. I like to be outside. And I like to make sure that my skin is not being damaged. And kept hearing about everyone using snail mucin or snail snot products, I like to call them. And what I love about this all-in-one cream is that it just feels like a really lightweight cream. It doesn't feel the way that you would anticipate something from a snail or a slug to feel.
Yeah, it's like heavy and sticky.
Yeah.
Is what I would
Yeah,
think.
and
Yeah.
it feels great. It feels really good on my skin. And I noticed like brightness and clarity in my skin, honestly, within a week of using it.
Oh my gosh.
I use
we
it
love
at night.
that.
I sleep on my satin pillowcase. Of course, you know, rich bitch behavior. So yes, CosRx is great for that. They have a host of other products. I like the all-in-one cream. I've used the serum before. It was a little too heavy, but this one is just really perfect. So those are our non-ad advertisements. And if you would like to manifest yourself into being an actual advertisement, then again, just reach out to us at goodhometrainingpod@gmail.com. Moving into our next segment called The View from K12. So we love to watch.
We do.
We love to watch and we love to discuss. And what I'm about to do is share a cheat code that originally I didn't even want to say this, but it makes sense for the context of the segment. I have this theory that when you go to a movie theater, the best seat is K12.
And is.
It is.
I've tested this theory since you first told me. Yes.
It is. No matter the theater, it is
Yeah.
K12. Well, some theaters it might be J, but whatever.
Yeah.
K12. It is smack dab in the center. Now listen, if you're in Chicago, don't go around reserving all those seats because I still want to be able to sit where I need to sit. I'm going to be so upset if you bitches just take all of my seats and all of my viewings. But anyway, that is the best place to get the best view of the entire screen. So we wanted to introduce we wanted to use that to name the segment in which we will discuss our favorite media that we're into right now.
Yes, what we're watching.
So I have a question for you.
Yes.
Do you like to send it?
I do.
Do you like to send it?
From time to time, I do.
If I presented you with a lover boy right now, would you send it?
Of course.
That was my surprise non-ad ad to celebrate our first episode. I have the coveted lover boy hard seltzer strawberry
Sparkling hard
lemonade.
tea. We're gonna listen. Wait, I wonder if you can hear it.
Wow. I love it.
Carl is not the one that made
Kyle
it,
Cook.
girl. Kyle Cook. I'm sorry.
DJ
Carl.
Kyle Cook.
He is a DJ. A man. Listen, a white. I can't even call him a mediocre white man anymore because he got some talent.
He does. He's one of my favorite people. So,
and he gives us a damn good show every summer.
If you are not familiar with what it means to send it and where we're going to send it exactly, then you need to be watching Summer House
immediately.
Oh my God, it's one of our favorite shows. We love Summer House, and it is basically all these really, really, really good-looking people have a share house in the Hamptons over the summer. I love the show because I feel like it's a little meta. Like, they're winking at the camera. They know that everyone's paying attention. They don't take it overly seriously or too serious. They don't take themselves too seriously. They're all like, yeah, we're on TV. And we're also like out here to drink and have these parties with these amazing themes. I love their themes.
Yes. Oh my God, they're good at that.
So good.
Like, they're
so
really good at it. And they really get into it, and I love that.
I love them.
I love that.
And it's been the same. I think the fact that it's been the same cast for so long.
Yep. It works well. And I feel like that first season was a little touch and go, but it's like they're clearly friends also. Like, even the new ones they've brought in over the years, it's like you guys are also friends outside of the summer. And I think the ones that frankly aren't really friends outside of the summer don't really last very long in the show.
R.I.P. Bailey.
Bailey,
See,
girl.
exactly. You forgot who she is?
It's Bailey. Not Bailey.
So this last season, season 9, season 10 is currently filming right now. Happy summer. Season 9 wraps with not 1, not 2, but 3 new cast members. Lexi Wood, Bailey, I'm so sorry I don't remember your last name, and Enroll.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Yes. So Bailey and Lexi came in together, and then Lexi very quickly got sucked into Jesse Solomon's orbit and didn't make friends with any of the other girls. I mean, she tried. They brought her on the show. Everyone's always brought on the show if you're a new cast member as like a friend of somebody, and they brought her on as like Amanda Batula's friend, which I love Amanda Batula, by the way. Hey girl,
I do too. I really feel seen by you, Amanda. Thank you.
Yes, in all the ways.
In all the ways.
Dog mom, stand up.
God, yes.
So Lexi was brought in as Amanda's friend, very quickly fell into this situationship, is what we're going to call it, with Jesse Solomon.
Very that.
And then Bailey was her friend who left midway through the season. They didn't even...
And we just never heard about it. I didn't even remember her name until right now.
She wasn't even on the reunion show.
It wasn't. No. Damn, nothing. Not even a Watch What Happens Live invite.
No. At all. She is
What
gone.
happened, Bailey? Come tell your side.
You are welcome here.
Come tell your side, girl. I'm sure that NDA not that strong.
Right.
Well, it can't be.
I don't know. Andy Cohen is very powerful. We'll see.
Scary.
What are your thoughts on season 9?
I mostly loved it. I feel like this was the first season in a while where they all were legitimately getting along. Like, yes, Lindsay Hubbard had her jabs at Carl, her ex-fiance. She was also not married, pregnant. By a different man.
I think Hunter is his name.
Yes. Like, less than a year after they had separated, her and Carl had broken off their engagement. She really wanted a baby. And so I loved seeing that. I think I love watching her now as a mom on social media. Things happen in weird ways. God works in mysterious ways, however you want to say it. The universe is always conspiring to give you, I guess, your heart's desires. And so I love seeing Lindsay in that way. have mostly enjoyed Paige on the show. This is the first year where I like really liked her and like truly damn near agreed with everything she did and said.
Really?
Yes, I was like, okay, yeah, girl, I agree. I see you. Like, I love her and Sierra's friendship. Like, that feels so genuine and true. Her, Sierra, and Amanda, even. And I love specifically how I'm trying to think if Paige had a moment like that this year. Maybe a little bit with Lexi. Like, are you sure this is the route you want to go? Like, with Jesse
She straight
Solomon.
up was like, "Don't do this."
Like, please, there are so many other guys. There are so many other options. Like, and even seeing a side of her that we don't normally see, her really working through if she should stay or leave her relationship with what's that man's name? Craig, that's right. It was okay. Here's the thing, he got finer with Paige. He did get finer with Paige. It made him look got his dress together, all of that. And so I loved seeing the fullness, I guess, of Paige. I feel like we got a little bit more vulnerability from Sierra, which I loved. I mean, she's the only. Oh yeah, Gabby's on the show. I'm so sorry. And Gabby's a Taurus. I do like Gabby. I feel like we didn't see enough of her still. I feel like that's my same critique of Sierra. I feel like we've never gotten to see enough of her, never gotten to see enough sides of her. And they've honestly always pushed, I don't know if that's being producers or the cast, their friends, have always really pushed them in this like, go find love, go hook up direction, I feel like during the summer. Something tells me that's not who either one of these women are. And I mean, this is a whole nother thing, but it looks very different to kind of find love as a Black woman on television than to get to be kind of like meet the European beauty standards and find love on television. And so I think we saw Anne and the Hampton. Yeah, girl, like what are the options? You know, especially if you maybe don't date outside your race that much. Like, so I didn't love that there was that because it also then kind of painted these Black women as undesirable, and we don't need any more media painting Black women as undesirable. Especially like two women that are, I would say, like pretty dark skinned, and so like that I didn't love, but ultimately I really enjoyed the season. I did feel like the reunion was like this could have been an email.
Yeah, I was
like,
so upset,
like
anticlimactic.
Anticlimactic. It's almost like they hashed everything out, or I don't know. Maybe they felt like they might have been on the chopping block. Like I don't know, but I'm just like this isn't. Even Lexi, like I feel like Lexi, you go out with a bang. You know you're not about to be on this show again next season. There's no way.
Exactly.
So you might as well have been crazy as fuck.
See, what's funny too, I think it's a byproduct of a show that is also so online and so involved in it, basically, yeah, just so online because Lexi and Jesse, they keep saying it's a breakup. It was a situationship.
It was a situationship.
Breakup from a situationship, but like they weren't dating. They weren't like boyfriend girlfriend.
No, they just moved too fast.
Yeah, they knew each other for like 4 weeks, and
met parents and everything. Just
it was
way
just
too fast.
all too much. But then they're both doing all these like postseason interviews and podcasts and talking about it. You know, it does kind of like deflate some of the drama that you would normally get on a reunion. And I also didn't like. I felt like they kind of edited. Maybe it was editing or maybe it was how it really went, but it seemed like if the reunion, everyone had kind of decided like, okay, Lexi's done. Like this was your fault. Like we're out. Yeah. And I didn't really like that, even though Lexi seems super sweet, but I didn't like watching so much of their relationship. It took up way too much.
It took up way too much space during the season. And like Jesse Solomon just gives unserious, so I don't really understand like what we were expecting. Even in his like, yeah, I love her. She could be the one. I'm like, no, sir. No, she's not. She's not the one.
Like, stop it.
She's not. Move on.
Stop it. And then why are you over here trying to act like? What really pissed me off? I liked Jesse. I like Wes a lot more. But what pissed me off was this whole like, well, I felt bad for Sierra, so I was trying to make her feel better.
Right.
Sierra Miller.
You don't need to feel bad for her. Have you seen her? She was on The Traitors.
Oh my God.
Served look after look after look.
Like,
she's fine. She has a real like model contract, yeah. Jesse. I don't know what you do or whatever. Yeah, what does he have a job? That's a good point. I feel like we know everybody else's job. What is your job, Jesse? I mean,
not Danielle's anymore.
Well, yeah, girl.
What company? Yeah,
company. A CEO of what?
Oh my God,
I would like to know.
Oh my God, Paige, you can always come onto the show and you can drag us for filth whenever you want.
You can giggle with us.
Which I'm sorry, just quick sidebar. When other people come to visit and they like put their like, oh, this is Amanda, fashion designer. This is Sierra, model. They just put Danielle.
I never noticed that. I love a shady Chiron.
Love
I
it.
love
Oh
it.
my
Like,
god.
that's crazy. So that app not happening anymore, I guess.
No,
So we had a whole like launch party for
she
what?
literally said what company because, and she knew. Paige knew. Paige's mother of that house.
Paige's mother.
Oh my God. Mother. But yeah, I think that Jesse was like working in finance, and then I think because he got so popular on the show, like he's no longer working in finance.
Finance, bro. What tracks?
Right, right. Supposedly he's releasing music.
I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't. Why? Why? He sang that one song. What would Jesse song? And like that was funny.
Yeah,
it
like,
wasn't like
he has a good voice.
good.
So
He has
maybe
a good. He has a good like choir voice. I
Yeah.
feel.
Yeah, he like studied music or something.
Oh, okay. So this is. I can respect him playing the long game. I suppose.
Yeah.
Good luck with
He'll
that.
get residuals for it.
And will. I hate
I'm
that.
sure he'll like be on Traders.
Oh my
He'll
god.
do something.
The Housewives will love him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or eat him alive. One of the two.
What about should we talk about Paige?
Yes. So So next season. So that was season 9. We're going on to 10 seasons, which is impressive for any show, really, especially nowadays show. R.I.P. Summer House Martha's Vineyard, the black version that got pulled after I think 2 seasons.
Yeah.
They just didn't get a chance, but whatever.
That was DAF. Go on. Sorry.
So sad. But Paige announced, I think pretty soon after the reunion ended, that she would not be back for season 10. She's focusing on her other business ventures. You know, she's like got a partnership with Amazon. She's a New York Times bestseller now. She's got Giggly Squad, her podcast. They went on tour in the fall. So she's just like, I'm assuming there's other things on the horizon we know nothing about. But she won't be back next year. And that feels like quite a loss. Because even though like she wasn't necessarily my favorite, she did say the thing. And if we really want to be honest, she was able to say the thing as much as she did sometimes because she was a white woman, and it came, even though it wasn't necessarily palatable, she might have been yelling or cursing or whatever, it just came out differently from her than it would have a Sierra, or even like a Sierra or Gabby, obviously, but even like a Lindsay Hubbard, who has certainly been dubbed the villain many a season of Summer House.
A very, very good point. A very good point.
Yeah. That was honestly my only like kind of hateration issue with Paige, but she can't help that she's white, so that's really not her fault. Like she literally cannot help that that's how she is.
And she does stick up for other people. So that I will, like, she sticks up for her friends a lot. So I will back her up on that.
She seems like a very good friend.
Yeah, she does.
She seems like a very honest friend too, and I think we need more of those.
Yeah. When she called Kyle Cook Diplo, I about died.
That's crazy.
About died.
Yeah. And even when she was like talking her shit, that must have been in season 8, where she was like, "You're supporting your husband's dreams, Amanda, but like, what are yours?" And you know, I mean, literally kind of forced Amanda to like speak her dreams into existence. And then now she's got a swimwear line. Now Kyle is also literally a DJ, which is also kind of crazy. Like both of their kind of, I guess, side dreams or whatever, side hustles were spoken into existence. Yeah, were spoken into existence. But I think Paige is that great friend that can like hold you accountable, and she also, because of that, moves the story along. And so I'll be very curious what the vibe. I'll be very curious if they try to replace her with a Paige type person. I think those are pretty big shoes to fill. I'll also be curious, like, what happens with her girl Sierra. I think she could fall into being like the mouthpiece for Sierra sometimes. So I wonder, do we get to see more of Sierra? Or do we see less of Sierra? Yeah, I respect a reality TV celebrity understanding when it's time and like kind of striking while the iron's hot, because I do think there's something to that. I mean, yes, what's for you is for you, but also like, I think it's really important to know when to leave, or at least step back. I mean, housewives step back all the time and then they come back 2-3 seasons later. I don't know if I see that for Paige. I think stepping back in would almost be regressive. But I think we'll see her on TV screen again.
I think so. I could see her doing a Danielle and popping by, like, you guys could get rid
Mm-hmm.
of me, you know, and still
Yeah,
kind of doing a guest appearance, if you will, on some
for
episodes.
sure.
But you were right. I think that her career is taking a little bit more of a real, like, serious turn. I mean,
Yeah.
she was on the red carpet at was it at the Met? I don't remember. She was on the red carpet.
Oh yes, you're right. And she talked to Meg the
She did talk
Stallion.
to Meg.
Her and Hannah Berner.
Yeah, I won't get into that because I love Hannah
God.
so much, and I
Yes.
like me, but you know, that was a little disastrous. But that
Bring
moment,
back real journalists is what I will say.
which we are not, I am not. But if I were, I would have done better than what Hannah did in that moment. But it's okay. But I think even getting those opportunities, like you said, in her partnership with Amazon, like I could see a world in which she almost pulls almost like a Lauren Conrad going from Laguna Beach to the hills, and I mean, she has enough personality where people want to just follow her and do what she's doing. And if she does, I think if she does kind of leverage things in the right way, she could actually be taken seriously as a personality separate from the show, which I would love to see for her. She has great fashion sense.
She does. I'm interested in her life in the city. Yeah. And people always say that too. Like yeah, she is funny. People always say that every season, like, oh, we want to see more of their life in the city. And we've gotten more over the years, over the seasons. But like I would kind of love to see like a main, almost like, so there's like the show Next Gen NYC. I'm not watching it, although the girls say that I should. We'll see how bored I get. But I think, yeah, I think we need something like that, but for like the millennials. Like, I don't really want to see 22-year-olds in, especially rich 22-year-olds that like have nothing to
You shouldn't be
lose.
rich.
Yeah, yeah. Like, I want to see you like roughing it. Like, my friends who moved to New York at 22 were in rat infested. Like, that's what I want to see, frankly. I want to feel better about myself. I either want it to be super aspirational or feel like really good about myself. Like those, I don't want this like weird in between nepo baby thing that we got going
Yeah,
on.
no.
But I could see Paige kind of being the center of a friend group on on another type of show like
Yeah.
that. That's fashion centered. Yeah, come on, bring back the what is Bravo NBC? It is. So bring back like you guys got stuff going on with E. Like bring back what was it, the fashion
Oh
police or
my
whatever?
God, they'd be
Like
so good at
bring
that.
that back, even if it's like only for red carpets or like after event. Like bring it
They'd be
back.
so good at because I think that's part of the reason why we don't see so much of Gabby is because she has like a real job with
A real
real
job. I think
clients.
she's like literally an editor, like editor in chief, something
Yeah.
like
Or like a
you.
distributor or something.
Yeah, you can't like be in publishing and like just kind of like not be around. So she definitely has to go to work. She definitely like comes to the house after work, like whereas the rest of them are no shade influencers, so they can kind of like do whatever. I mean, Lindsay made her whole pregnancy announcement like a Clear Blue ad, which get that money for that baby girl. Good for you. She was able to keep that expensive ass apartment by herself because that Hunter man does not live
No.
there. It's her and her baby.
And they're not together.
Yes, yeah, that she did say that at the end of the. I mean, I feel like I saw that coming. I'm like, you got your baby and you have enough money where you're probably good. Seems like you have a father that loves being present, but is not attached to being present and like married or whatever with the mom. So seems like everyone wins.
She's a modern woman.
A modern woman. She is.
With that being said, do you feel like do we think that reality TV is lowbrow? Because I feel like I have a thought and I have a hunch, but do you think that it's lowbrow?
I don't think reality television is lowbrow at all. I mean, you're guys, just some context. I am like the reality television queen. Like I will try anything. I will watch pretty much anything. Like Big Brother's happening right now. That's 3 days a week. And I watch all 3 days. I listen to the Rob Has a Podcast, daily recaps, like, and I just like, and it's worth saying, like, it's not because I have so much time. It's just I'm never like just watching the show and like not doing something else. So it's often because I'm multitasking. But no, I don't think it's lowbrow. I actually think reality television is a mirror. I think it really imitates the way we act and interact, or even some of the like unseen things. And if I can, so Bachelor in Paradise is on right now. I'm watching it, and just last night there's a interracial couple, a mixed black man and a white woman, and he was like, "Yeah, I had a connection with another girl, but I deaded it." And like, I think we know what like deaded it meant, but he kept saying it a lot, so it was kind of annoying. But it has now become this entire narrative of like Dale can't speak. He's stupid. Why would he say dead it? That's so dumb. And I'm like, no, you guys are telling on yourselves. You just have like literally no black friends. You don't understand AAVE. You don't believe that, black dialect, black American dialect is like a real dialect, even though it's literally recognized by language and speech professionals at this point. And so it's like, it's stuff like that like is why reality TV is important, because it allows you to have this larger cultural conversation about things that you don't know shit about. And it is often in these, these shows are so overwhelmingly white, all of them, not just The Bachelor, not just Summer House, where it allows you to have these cultural conversations out in the open on Twitter, on podcasts, and recaps simply because you're seeing it on TV and you've never seen it in your real life. And I think that's kind of important, because otherwise we would not have exposure as a whole to people who not even think differently from us, but like just legitimately look differently and therefore have a different life experience or from a different part of the country or the world or whatever. So I don't find reality TV to be lowbrow at all. I do side eye some people who watch it and think that it's all real. Like, I watch knowing that I'm likely watching a very heavily edited, manipulated piece of content. And I don't know that everyone else takes that same view. So that could be concerning, I suppose. Like, if someone gets a villain edit, so to speak, and then they like really get like death threats and hate afterwards because of said villain edit. And I think that, we got to be a little better viewers and a better audience to not assume that about the folks that we're seeing on TV. But lowbrow, no, never that. Never that. What about you?
I agree with you. I think that for me, reality TV now is very similar to like the boy band craze, or just the way that preteens drove everything in the 90s and in the early 2000s. And bear with me, but that connection comes up for me because so many people, like the main audience of reality TV is women. And so I think
Right.
it's easy for people to say, oh, it's lowbrow. It's just like a thing that housewives watch, or like a thing that like girls
Yes.
watch so they can like
With
talk
no
some over.
jobs.
Right, right.
Yes.
It's easy to be a little bit dismissive because it doesn't feel as serious,
Yeah.
but really it's a driver of pop culture, as you said. And especially now with social media being so big in the way that it is, it's almost like the snake eating its tail sometimes. It's all so full circle, it's all so connected. Like, I know of Love Island
Yeah.
because of social media,
Right.
and I specifically saw a clip of all the people on Love Island using social media language. And I was like, "Oh, this is very it's just meta." Like it is
It's
very
like
much meta.
cyclical.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
all super cyclical. But no, I much to your point, I don't think that it's lowbrow because I think it is important to see other groups of people that you don't normally interact with. Um, I think we have to view it with the understanding that, like you said, not only is it heavily edited, but sometimes people are putting on a character, they're putting on a performance, and sometimes that can feel a little irresponsible. I think a lot of the pushback and a lot of people's reasoning for saying that it's lowbrow is, well, it's all tropes and stereotypes, and especially with like a black centered show, like the Summer House, Martha's Vineyard,
Right.
or even the Real Housewives of Atlanta. When that first came out, people were up in arms, like this is just making us look
Yes.
ghetto, or it's
Right.
pushing this like angry black woman stereotype
Yes.
or narrative. And I mean, in some cases it is, but also it's important to know that like black women get angry sometimes.
Right. Like, we're not a monolith.
Exactly, because they're
Yeah.
also rich enough to buy mansions and build their own mansions.
Period.
Chateau Sheree. I mean, it was built. It was built. Joggers.
Spring, summer,
Spring summer.
September.
So I don't think it's lowbrow. I think it's really important to have. I think that reality TV is just the same as sports TV.
Yes. It's a camaraderie.
It's a camaraderie.
Also, like, it's a camaraderie, it's community,
Yeah,
it's all of that.
yeah, and it's mess.
It is. It's great mess. Don't you guys want to feel better about your
I
lives?
do.
I do, especially right now, child. Raggedy. So
Speaking of mess, let's get into some some white and some multicultural.
This is very, very. There's a lot. There is a lot. Where do you want to start?
Tell me what it was like to go to the one and only Swig.
Girl, so first of all, Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
Do you still have your teeth? Because the way that those girls be downing 72 and 84-ounce sodas
It's
full of sugar, how do you still have teeth? It's
crazy.
crazy.
It's no, I got like the smallest size.
Okay. Thank God.
Like, or actually, no, I got the second smallest size because my siblings went with me. So there are new Swigs in Indianapolis, apparently. Well, not apparently. They're there. And so when I was home, I was like, the only thing I want to do is go to Swig. And so shout out to my brother again, drove me and my sister to Swig. And like, first of all, it's called Dirty Soda. So Swig is a place that they visit on the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. It's kind of like their kryptonite is not the right word. It's like their alcohol. It's their weed. It's their lean. It's like these people are sober, like acting like this. They aren't drinking. They're not drinking coffee. They're not doing anything. And so this is kind of like their vice. And so they go and get sodas with like different type of flavors and like cream, girl. Yes, just a bunch of like different shit. A lot. And so I went to the Swig in Indianapolis. They started in Utah. They were founded in Utah, the company Swig. They've opened 3 in Indianapolis actually. And I went, yeah, 3, girl. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, damn, y'all expanding. Okay. Go ahead and come to Chicago. Listen, I'm not gonna lie. I'll be a customer. At least sparingly. And so my first impression was like, oh, they're called dirty sodas, which I just think I missed on the show. Dirty soda, I feel like is, girl, don't give me the lion, but I feel like it is a term often in the Black community for like lean or soda that has a mixer in it, like alcohol, like alcohol of some sort.
Robitussin.
Yes, exactly. And that has been the truth forever, is basically what I'm going to say. It's not a historical fact, but let's just say that it is. And so for Swig to call something a dirty soda is like at the top of the menu, like dirty sodas. I'm like, huh, that's weird. There's no alcohol in these sodas. There's no anything. Like they're adding high fruit. It's soda, high fructose corn syrup.
No Benadryl.
No Benadryl, no Robitussin, no vodka, no nothing. Although that would go hard if they're like mixing the drinks like that. And it's like a $5 drink.
Really?
Yeah.
That's honestly cheaper than
actually not that bad now I think about it. Yeah, because I'm now thinking of all the like non-alc, menus in Chicago specifically, and I'm like, respectfully, let's remember who we are. $14. Why? For Sprite? It was. I'm not gonna hold you. It was good. I can't remember what I got. I would have to. It was like a Mountain Dew something, like Diet Mountain Dew, and I took a screenshot of it, y'all. Yeah, girl. I got the Dragon Dew. It was Mountain Dew lemonade, dragon fruit, raspberry puree. Baby, it was good. Listen, the way I sucked that, baby, it was good. It was good. Here's the thing. I also tried all of my families. I think all of them got really terrible flavors. I think everyone else was sucked. So do with that information what you will. I enjoyed it. I would like go try another thing again. It's not like gonna be so. Do I want to admit this? So yeah, sure. I've had several stints with like a McDonald's sweet tea, and even like that homophobic chicken place. They have some good flavored lemonades, and I have been guilty of like once a week, like I'm gonna go get this thing and I'm gonna drink it. And I like we don't keep soda in the house. We don't. I mean, we keep alcohol in the house, but we don't really keep soda in that. We're like a water coffee kind of family.
You're also calling it soda. Do I even know you?
I know. I'm not calling it pop. That's crazy. Why am I calling it? This is wild. This is the influence. Yeah, no, this is yeah, it's not. I've called it pop my entire life. I don't know what's going on. I'm sorry, guys.
Go on.
But like we don't really keep pop in the house.
Thank you.
And so it would be like a good like pick me up kind of thing is the point. Like I would go get it. And I feel like the Swig would fit into that as well. Yeah, I feel like it would fit in. I understand the hype. There's a like Chicago version here, Crave Cookies, which is also a chain. They make like dirty sodas. I mean, though that was like I wouldn't necessarily get again, but the cookies I would. So do with that information what you will. Chicago, it's in Lakeview.
Okay. You know,
I just wanted to feel like a a Mormon housewife for a
And
minute.
did you achieve that?
Yeah. I mean, I was in
Did you feel like Layla?
yeah, girl, I guess. I was in a Kia, so and not like, like I wouldn't want to be in a Tesla job, but I wasn't in like a Tesla or Range
Gotcha.
Rover. So it didn't quite give rich. I was in the back seat though, which to me feels rich at this
Giving
age. Like
chauffeur.
yes, giving chauffeur. Earlier in my life, I'd be like, oh, this is ghetto, but like no, being in the back seat feels very rich. So no, it didn't quite give Mormon wives, but I see the hype. Don't get that to your kids though. I don't want to mom shame or anything, but like I just feel like that shouldn't.
I don't think we've ever seen them on the show taking their kids there.
No,
I just feel like
that's
their little
true.
enamel can't handle that.
Right, that's you're too many cavities. Let the adult teeth come in first.
I mean, do what you want, I guess, but
Maybe.
okay. Well, I'm so glad that you had that experience.
It was good.
I do remember hearing like Dirty Sprite a lot. And that's for a moment I thought, oh, is this chain like sponsored by Lil Wayne or like
Nope. That's why I just want to know who came up with the phrase, or did they just hear it and didn't. Like I'm sure it's like a weird coincidence, but I'm like, okay, now we're kind of rewriting history.
or is it like a
'cause,
chicken versus the egg kind of thing?
That's fair. Yeah.
Did the Carter himself hear about dirty sodas and was like, I can make my own. I don't need no high C. I got
True.
a medicine cabinet.
I got a medicine cabinet. We got the test in the cabinet.
So, but I don't know.
That's fair.
Call Mrs. Officer, tell her to bring me some good shit from the drug like closet or something. I don't know. Like
The drug closet.
Like, I mean, I should stop because I think that he's had some issues with that. But it's okay.
It's fine.
They are so messy on that show that I'm glad they have
So
something
messy.
that brings them joy.
Yeah. I would like to suggest weed though. I really would just like to suggest weed. Yeah, you're a ketamine drip girl. That's
Also
weed's cheaper.
It's so much cheaper.
It's so much cheaper.
Easier to get.
Like,
oh my god.
What are you doing?
God. Also, you have to be in therapy. Shout out to my therapist. We've been riding together for 7 years.
Oh my god, me and my therapist have 2.
Hey, ladies, we're doing so well.
Hey guys, thanks. We're here because of you.
Sponsored by y'all. I just want to say that as much as I love my therapist, an hour session is enough. And I feel like they're in that ketamine place for like 4 hours.
All day.
That's so much therapy.
That's too much. And like, are they talking or are they just like having dreams and then talking about the like I'm also just in general weary of therapists that are willing to get on reality TV shows and be filmed. Like I like the ones where you see them walk in and you like kind of see them walk out and cry after. I much prefer that.
Show me your pain and your processing.
I don't need to see. We shouldn't actually see all of that, but I think maybe therapy without the ketamine could work quite well. Couples and individual, actually. I'm going to suggest that you all get both.
I agree.
All of you.
Yes, especially Taylor's stepdad, because what the fuck is wrong with you?
Ooh, girl, talking about what does that say about your worth?
Like, how do you look across the table and say that to somebody? What are you out of your ever loving mind?
And as a mother, how do you let him speak like that on your daughter? He's not even your her blood father. And I understand that he was like really a father figure to her. It sounds like for a good portion of her life and still to this day, but don't embarrass me on national television on a Hulu show. Don't do that.
But clearly she doesn't really care, because the way that she speaks to Taylor and the way that she's like, work it out with Dakota. Yeah. Work it out with him. You shouldn't have had a baby by him. Girl up.
I do. Okay, like get over it. The baby is here. It's been here like damn 2 years at this point. Like just get over it.
Why do you I don't understand. And this, again, to your point, this is why it's good to even have reality TV in the first place and learn about other people and other ways of life, because I don't understand the compulsion to stay in a relationship simply because of one's faith.
Yeah.
But it feels very hypocritical to say it's against our faith for you to leave this relationship, but then you show up with a full-on new face.
Right.
Like, it's against our faith. The chemicals in our body. You just got an injection last week, babe.
Yeah, you can lift and tuck anything. I'm very pro, plastic surgery and things like that. But I'm like, what are the rules? what are the actual rules? And like what?
And who do they bend to?
Who and how? Because I even think of like another Mormon show, Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, where there is a woman, a housewife on there. They own a tequila company. And I'm like, and she's just kind of like, well, I don't know if it's bishops, I don't know what it is, child. But she's like, my church is fine with it. And I'm like,
okay, but aren't you all in the same church?
Are they? Yeah, like are they?
Is it not all the same God?
What is the covenant? What is the, like, I don't know. Or is it kind of like Christianity, where, like I grew up Christian, and I was just telling my sister, I consider myself more like spiritual. I don't identify with organized religion at this point in my life. More on that later, like another day. But like,
that's a future episode.
Yeah, but like, is it we're like, oh well, some churches are like open and affirming, and it's like love is love and all of that. Like, are the Mormon churches like that as well? My understanding was that they're a lot more strict, they're a lot more connected as a network than say like Christianity has so many like different sects at this point, like Catholicism, Protestant, like disciples, whatever. And so I'm not clear, I suppose.
Yeah, I think that's something we do some more learning on, because I don't want to be. I'm definitely not trying to be judgmental of the faith as a whole. Itself, I don't know enough about it.
Right.
And I'm also, get whatever work you want to get done, get it done.
Yeah.
I'm not against that. This isn't the type of podcast for that. But also, like, it just seems so wrong to be so like, she's trying to like put her hand on the Bible all the time.
Yeah.
Be by the book is what I'm trying to say. And then you are being so hypocritical, or like you're not supporting your daughter in this way.
And she's struggling, clearly, like your daughter Taylor is struggling because of it. And I'm like, there's also like, at least like in Christianity, like sin is sin. And so I'm just like, she done already got a divorce. She done already like was soft swinging or whatever. Like, she already had a baby out of wedlock. Like, it's not like you're going to like super, super hell or something because of that. So it's just like, it's just, who cares? I honestly wish they talked about their faith more. They always talk about like, oh, we're feminine. I don't know even know if they use the word feminist, but they're like, we're showing up for women or whatever in our faith. And I do think by simply existing on television, they are doing that somewhat. But I do wish they would talk about their faith a little bit more, especially those of them who have seemed to kind of left the church or practice independently. I would just love to know more about that. Not so it becomes a show about Mormonism. So that is if you're going to put Mormon wives in the title, like, I think there just needs to be a little bit more about Mormonism.
I'd like to hear from Demi, because I think she joins later in life. Right. Yes. Also, why are they trying to make her out to be the villain? Love me some Demi. I'm sorry.
I really liked her in season 1. I was confused about like, I'm the favorite. I'm like, and I just think you were the least messy one in season 1. I don't know that. I think all the women must know that like if Taylor is out, like, you guys are like, Taylor is your bargaining chip, so to speak. So everyone has a role, and it's important to know your role. I think Demi just forgot her role this season. But I also think she was going through, as someone who has also just like dealt with some fertility challenges this year, I think she just like, not an excuse to be like that, but I do think it's like, she probably just not in the right headspace while filming at all. And you're around people, and even in a community like within Utah that is sips a swig and gets pregnant.
They're so pregnant all the time.
Yeah, all the time. I'm like, fuck.
Everybody is.
How? Teach me.
That's so real. That's so real. I think if you really want to learn how it's done, I think from what I've heard, Love Island can show you. Girl. Or Martha's Vineyard, the Summer House version, because they were trying to break some mattresses on that show. That's why they got canceled.
Oh my god,
far too much on that show. Anyway,
you know what they were? I forgot about all that. They were really breaking it down. Wow, on TV.
On TV.
I just feel like I wouldn't do that on TV.
No holds barred. I feel like Bravo set them up. But that's a future episode.
They did.
Like, that's a future episode.
Specifically Preston Meacham, if you want to come on and talk about it. Like, I'm a big fan of you. So I was a big fan of you before Martha's Vineyard. So like, I'm like a real fan. I go way back.
You're one of the first people I followed on Twitter.
I know, you were like my first like Twitter for real. Deadass. I'm like, oh, this nigga, like, wow.
Yes, I fuck with you.
But Love Island. This is my first season watching Love Island all the way through, because people convinced me to. I'm sad. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I'll be there next summer. Like you guys got me. Like, fine. Like, I'm sad. But what I have heard from the A1 Day 1 Love Island fans is that it's not what it usually is. It's usually more about connection and not about winning. First of all, similar premises like Bachelor in Paradise, a bunch of hot people get on a beach, get in a villa.
Can I interrupt you?
Yeah.
Can I try to explain it?
Yes. Oh, yes, please.
Okay.
This is great. Actually did not watch.
I've never watched an episode of Love Island. I've seen a couple of clips on social media. I resisted watching a recap video, and I've heard about it on a few different podcasts that I listen to. So here we go. Now, there are some hot people on an island. From what I remember, from what I've gleaned, they are trying to find love.
Sure.
Now, they are separated and they speak to one another and then they come together. And sometimes they are separated and having conversations in these separate rooms. And then, or is this Love is Blind?
They're like around the, that is Love is Blind. That is Love is Blind. I love that show too. Oh my God.
Never seen that either. Okay. So they start with civilization. They are talking. They make connections. They are brought to an island.
Yes.
The island might be in the Caribbean. I don't know.
It's Fiji.
Okay, it is in Fiji. It's been confirmed. Reports are saying it's in Fiji. On said
boots on the ground.
Yes. On said island, there is kissing and voting. So there's democracy on the island, but it's not like Survivor. However, there are challenges. And some of those challenges, people are kissing each other. I think one of the challenges, it seems to me, maybe endurance. How long can you endure a partner? Because you are always with them.
It does give that.
Okay.
I don't know if that's the actual goal, but it does give endurance, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a lot.
And then there are bombshells, but it's not bombshell in like the news and journalistic sense. It's like, this is a hot person.
Hot person coming in and wrecking shit.
Okay, like a wrecking ball. Okay, because I was like,
like a wrecking ball.
Why are we just adding, why didn't we just have
hotter people?
Hot people, but I guess, there's like premium tiers of hot. And when other people are added, then they can
shake up the couples.
Shake up the table. They can steal people away. And then there is an aspect of winning, but it's not just winning love. You actually have to win the competition.
Yes.
Do they ever go into the woods at some point? Is there any camping?
No, there's none of that. At least not on this last season. There wasn't. No, they're in like a nice villa. I think they get catered lunch and dinner every day. The men make the breakfast. It's like a whole thing. The men make the breakfast. You go like give breakfast to the girl that you like or whatever that you're trying to court. You have all pancakes and eggs.
Pancakes and eggs.
Every day. I'm like, damn, y'all got nothing else. I feel like they got avocado like halfway through the season. I'm like, fuck, finally something different.
Right? So is everything imported?
I guess. Yeah, that's true. I didn't think about that. But it's like, damn, y'all ain't got like mango on the island. Y'all don't have any other types of breakfast foods?
It doesn't sound like they're at the White Lotus.
It's just giving, but it's not shitty either, but it's just like, it's literally the Big Brother house, but outside. The Big Brother house is on a studio lot, so maybe the villa's a little nicer than that, actually. But it seems nice enough, but it also seems like captivity. Like, they don't really they leave for dates. Supposedly they've left more in other seasons. They didn't really leave that much this season. I'm like, don't y'all get sick of this? Like, it's not that big.
Oh my God.
And I don't know, think they went to the beach or nothing, like...
They're on an island in Fiji.
They're on an island, but they're not really. The beach that their like villa backs up to doesn't look that nice, and they have a pool, so I guess that's enough for them. There were a few dates, I think, by a beach somewhere.
What? Okay.
Yeah. And so these people, they compete in challenges and all this shit to basically be the most compatible and win $100,000, which personally I think is not enough money.
$100,000
to embarrass yourself on national television.
This is 2025.
I just don't feel like that's enough.
I'll buy you 3 cans of tuna.
I just don't think like it's enough. And then you're splitting it ideally. Like, supposedly no one's ever not split the prize in USA. So I'm like, so you're getting $50,000. So after taxes, you're getting $30,000. That was what I made right out of college my first year.
God.
It's just not enough money. But I guess what you're getting for going on the show, I mean, I think pretty much all these people have crossed 1 million followers.
Okay.
They're going to get brand deals. It seems like a lot of them were even influencers beforehand, modeling opportunities. So the exposure of it all, I suppose, is really the prize. But the challenges make no sense. They're highly sexual for the sake of being sexual. They're highly horny for the sake of being horny. It's on Peacock now, so there's no rules. Like it was on CBS before. They had to bleep out shit. They couldn't show too much. Now it's super raunchy because they can do whatever they want. And raunchy they are. A lot of making out, a lot of like face sitting
Face
and
sitting.
challenge. Girl, Huda
Face sitting.
was face sitting on a man that was not hers in a challenge, and then want to be like, it's just a challenge. Babes, your cooch was on Ace's face, and we didn't even see all of it for real. We didn't even really see all of it for real. Dead ass. I'm like, that's too much on TV. And she had a whole child. I don't like to yes, girl. And you know what? Has she seen her child at this point? Because it's been over for a week or two. She's been everywhere but back at that child's home or her home with the child. I don't know. But I'm like, it was just a lot. It was a lot. And really, I'm not here to recap the whole season. There's just a few things I want to hit on. Huda and her hood rat. So that was the girl who was face sitting.
And I mean, mom should be able to face it. Mom should do whatever.
Mom should be able to face sit. And my issue is not even with her face sitting. My issue is just that she was very unhinged. She was very she really seemed like she was going through it, like crying all the time, yelling. She on her first connection, Jeremiah, she like went off on him, like called him a pussy ass bitch and all this. Yeah, girl, and like none of it's bleeped, you know. So I'm just like, what is going on? Just because he wants to like move on, like try something with someone new, like she just was very inflammatory for the sake of being inflammatory. And she it was high school. Yeah, you do. So you would know. And like she was a teen mom that she got pregnant at 19, and like it just almost felt like we were still looking at a 19-year-old. Like, you know, sometimes you can see someone's inner child a lot. I felt like we saw a lot of that from Huda, and maybe that's not how, or Huda, whatever. Maybe that's not how she normally is, but it was wild to see no one, including the show, really hold her accountable. I mean, some of the contestants did, the Black women specifically, and that kind of backfired. They got a lot of hate on social and all of that. Yes, of course. So she didn't win though, which is good. Which actually brings me to my next point. Black women never get their due on any really reality show, but especially shows where I feel like romance or like a love or affection is kind of supposed to be the prize. I feel like we see Black women on like Love is Blind not really getting their fair shake, on any sort of Bachelor show. They're not, even when they're their fucking lead, they're not really getting. I don't even know if any of them are any of the ones that have been. Well, I guess Charity's still with her man.
Shout out to Rachel Lindsay. She was with her.
Yeah, she was with her man for a long time. They got a divorce, but like they lasted for a while. And I do love you so much, Rachel.
Rachel, we'll talk to you anytime.
She's the reason I started watching Bachelor again, actually. Yes, I started watching with her season again. I used to watch with my mom growing up. Should I have been watching that as a child? Probably not. But like I just feel like Black women never get the respect that they deserve on these love shows specifically, and especially dark-skinned Black women, of which Shelly and Olandria, the two Black women on the show throughout the whole season, were. And like the hate and vitriol that they got on social media, even the podcasts that they've been on versus the podcasts that some of like the white contestants or non-Black contestants have been on, it's just even like the following, like often Black contestants are followed at lower rates. They lower like sponsorship deals or none at all. I just get so sick of that because like Shelly and Alandra were gorgeous. Not that you have to be gorgeous to get these things, but it's like they were cast for a reason. So give them their respect and do right by them. Production, do right by them. Casting, do right by them. Editors, do right by them. Fans, like I think it takes a little bit of, and this is why no reality TV isn't lowbrow. Like I think it takes a little bit of self-interrogation almost to be like, why don't I identify with this person? Why don't I like them? Why am I being such a hater? And I just feel like all of that critical thinking was missing this season, and I did not like how we saw those two women especially get like dragged online. I just think it was
no home training.
No home training. No home training. And I also want to say that Short Kings were having a moment. Ace was a popular choice on, or a popular man, I guess, on the island. Sure. And he's allegedly 5'10". I'm not gonna lie, I like many people, I do not believe that he's 5'10". I'm 5'5", so I feel like I know what that looks like. But he was a little mastermind, you know, moving around, maneuvering, trying to win the show. He unfortunately got voted off right before the finale, which I think was a mistake, America. Once again, we got another vote wrong. You hate to see it. But yes. Oh, so you can put names with faces, yes. Ace is a cute, you know what they say? They say he's 1990s fine, like R&B fine, and he is. He got like cute little dimples. he's very cute. He's very, very cute. I was personally a Nick Alandria stan since you have the thing of this Alandria and Nick. They were like friends to lovers.
So I have to say I was seeing on
Yes. Oh my God, no. Yes. Nick and Alandria. Nick is the white boy. Alandria is the black girl from Alabama, baby. Alabama baddie. And they were just really cute together, friends to lovers. I hope they make it. I hope they make it outside the villa. I don't know. He is cute. He does. That's what I said when I first saw him. He's very cute. My type of white boy, personally, if anyone was curious. And then really the final thing to say about Love Island. I more looked watch this entire show again. First time watching it all the way through. It's 6 fucking episodes a week. It's so much content. At least an hour long. It's so much content. And yet I was seated. And yeah, that's the crazy thing. I was like, I'm really fucking watching this dumb shit. It's crazy. It's crazy. But like, there were a lot of issues that I guess is not common with Love Island casting. And that is like a lot of people. There was one girl, Ulissa, who was like caught saying the N word like very recently on a podcast before going on the beach, the N word girl, and like kept saying it like, whatever, whatever. And then Sierra like used the Asian slur, like talking about her eyes and how she didn't want to look like that. And then I guess when she was called out on it and like on social media where she used it, like she didn't really have anything to say about it. She was just like, oh, it's just a word that I used to describe myself. Like, it's fine. And it's like, it's not fine, girl. And I think there were some other like racist things that I'm now forgetting about. But the question that brings up, because this happens a lot with Bachelor Nation contestants, is like, does casting need to do better background checks? Does it need to include like social media sleuthing? Because what happens is they release these cast names and people go to work. And sometimes it's people that like knew you in high school, which listen, if the people who did me wrong in high school ever end up on one of these shows, I'm telling you now, if you're listening, I'm coming for you. You don't have to wonder who it was. It's going to be fucking me. I promise you that. I promise you that. But it's not always. I went to a very white high school, like only black girl, and like the gifted program classes, all of that. So like I feel like this anger runs deep for me. I've been in therapy for several years. But like if the cast can be released and people can find stuff in hours, can you do a little bit better? You can't hire like a little social media vigilante to like find some stuff.
Do you think it's purposeful though? Because it's going to drum up
I do wonder that. But that's a good point. It probably is purposeful. So my question with that is, does it have to be racist? Does racism have to be the scandal? Can we get someone that was like on OnlyFans or something? Like, is that scandalous? Yeah, but it's like not that bad. Like, whatever. Cool. Great. Oh, you used to be like allegedly Huda used to be or is like what do they call it? Nighttime ballerina? Yeah, stripper. But they were called, and I'm like, okay,
scandalous
cool.
Anymore.
It's not. It's really not. And so I'm like, that is like fun mess, I guess. That like, cool. Let's bring it to the show. Let's talk about it, or let's let it be social media fodder. But like, should this person get to keep competing for love when they openly use the N word and like, or like, are pro Israel or something? I'm like, y'all could have done better digging for that.
Or do they just? I feel like they want.
Or do they want the mess? It's purposeful.
Because I feel like the really good, like unique type of mess, like oh, she was like illegal off track betting or like Tiger King type shit. Like that's too much and that's too unique and like would overshadow the show.
That's fair. That's
versus like if you're on a dating app and you're swiping on different people and they're going to have some of these traits that like kind of suck. Like they might be like a Trump supporter or they might be, I don't know, that type of person. I think it kind of bringing those dating apps to life. And
I hadn't thought about that. Yeah, I could see that. I see that. I do see that. But that's just I would like casting for Love Island, Bachelor, all the above to just like do better. Just do better. I like don't want to see like even like Rachel. We talked about Rachel Lindsay, like her season of The Bachelor. At her season, like where she was the lead, there was like a known racist cast on it. Yeah. And it's just like, why would you set your first Black Bachelor up like that? Like first Bachelorette up like that? Like it's just stuff like that where I'm just like, it could be. And then also, what's the cutoff, right? Like with this cast of Love Island, it wasn't that they were saying problematic things years ago, which is often what it is with Bachelor and other shows that I watch. They were saying this shit damn near in real time, like right before getting on the plane. And I'm like, And so I want casting to do better. I want production to do better. And I think it goes back to, I was saying this on my Instagram story, like, you need diversity at all levels. Like, obviously, Love Island took the show from CBS and was like, we're going to put more people of color in front of the camera. And they did. And it's great. Like, I think there was only like one white girl at the finale. I think her partner was like spicy white or something. And there weren't even really a lot of like white people on the season, throughout. But like, that's not enough. I feel like you need to be kind of intentional behind the camera and casting, in promotions, marketing, whatever. And so I would love for the powers that be to consider these things moving forward. I'll still be seated for the next Love Island season, though.
Maybe I'll watch it with you.
Yeah, it's a lot, but it's summer, so you'll be off.
I can do that, yeah, because I'd like to. It would make more sense. I'd like for it to make more sense in my head.
Yeah,
because what I was imagining was very different than what you just described. So I'm glad that I have some clarity now.
Yeah,
so it was like. Also, why is everybody so young? Everyone's always so young.
They're all so young.
Like,
yeah, the oldies get voted off. I don't even think there was anyone our age on there. I think the oldest person was 39 or 39, 29 or 30.
What? See, yeah. That you can't be looking for love at 23. You don't even know yourself.
No, you don't even know. You don't. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We need to make that a rule too. Like, I don't know who's in charge of the FCC. I don't know, but like, I just don't want to see that. I don't even like, even on like an American Idol, I like. You're 15 and you have a great voice. I get it. Like, Justin Bieber had a great career at that age, but like, and maybe still a good career. I wasn't trying to be shady, but like, I just don't want to see that. I don't.
That was part of my issue with Lexi Wood, to be honest with you. She seems so sweet.
Young.
Oh my God. She just reads so young.
So young.
So young.
And it sucks because, like, I look back at things that I did not publicly at 25, 23, and I'm like, I hope no one remembers that. Like, I'm glad cameras weren't around. Like, and they don't know they're setting themselves up for that type of fuckery, but I do too.
Well, what's next? Where to? What's next?
We are, y'all, we've been talking for 2 hours. We
could always chop this up into a bonus episode in some way.
Oh, we could. A little bonus episode.
Would y'all pay for bonus episodes?
Would y'all pay for bonus episodes?
I feel like you would. You like hanging out with us.
Yeah. It's like talking with your girls.
Yeah. And your girls might sometimes talk to some really amazing people from our city. So would you like to introduce our final segment?
Yes, so our final segment that will be consistent, but not every episode, I think is the way to say that, is Dispatches from the Third Coast. And so what this is going to be is, like, my background's in journalism. Ashley, was like a baby journalist for 5 seconds.
I stood outside the journalism school.
You did? Okay. That counts. I rubbed the nose or whatever.
Osmosis.
And so this is really us getting back to both our Chicago roots, where we're based, and, my journalist roots of interviewing different creatives, different people, artists, whatever, specifically from Chicago. Maybe we're Midwest girlies, so maybe we'll branch out to the Midwest eventually, but we certainly want to stay in kind of the Chicagoland area at first and just talk to all the creative brilliance that's here, what they're creating. I think we like, you often think about Chicago, you're like, oh, Common's from here, Kanye's from here, Chance, all these really, all these really, I was going to say Michael Jordan, but he's not from here. He just won his rings. But you always like think of these really great people that are from here, and it's not to take away from them, but I think there are still really awesome creative people doing awesome creative things right now. And so we want to highlight that. So we'll definitely be doing that in future episodes. And we're so excited.
Yeah, I'm so excited for that. I'm so excited for the people that we've talked about, even just in passing. And I think our city is just so incredibly diverse in so many different ways. There's 77 neighborhoods to Chicago.
Yes.
And there are people doing things in so many different scenes.
All over.
So I'm really excited for that segment to take shape and to hear what comes from it.
Yes. Bring people. Put y'all onto people. And if y'all want to put us onto people that we should be speaking to, again, you can email us at goodhometrainingpod@gmail.com. Yes. We would love to hear from you.
Reach out. Well, yes, we have been talking for some time, and as much as we love doing it, we think that might be all for today. So we'll be back soon. But until then, when you go out in the world, remember who you are, remember where you came from, and remember your good home training. I'm Ashley. See you next time.